You work hard, you play hard, and you got to balance the two. Nobody wants to be at a company where all you do is just grind. I mean, we do that. We hold each other accountable at a high standard, but you got to have fun too. If you're not having fun, then what's the point?
And for us, you know, I pride everything I've done and everything this company does on when things go wrong. When things go right, everybody's great. It's really about who are you when things go wrong.
Exactly. So. Yeah.
You know, it's easy for me to get caught up in the grind of building Obsessed Home Theater. Hustle, strategy, and even growth are super important. There's one thing that sometimes we forget to remember, and that's to have fun. Today, Rusty and I had the opportunity to visit DOW Technologies. They're a local distributor for AV gear. What really stood out to me wasn't just the cool products or the facility, it was the energy, the people, and the culture. This visit was a reminder to me that you can work hard and you can enjoy the process. So in this video, I want to give you a deep dive behind the scenes look at DOW Technologies. Now this is a place where passion, purpose, and play all show up to work. Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we are here at DOW Technologies with Drew Fisher. Drew invited us to come over and check out a couple of their products. They're a distributor for a bunch of brands that you're familiar with, but today I'm really excited because we're going to be checking out a brand that's actually yours called Red Atom. I had a chance to check out a Red Atom couple products at a friend of mine, his home theater, Mike Pasana. He has a beautiful home theater and he features Red Atom in there. He absolutely loved it. And so I said, man, let's see if we can get one for Obsessed Home Theater. We need one for the lab. And so you're sending us one, but we're like, you know what, instead of just shipping it, let's come down here, have a conversation, see what DOW has to offer, and specifically check out Red Atom. But I'm gonna jump behind the camera. I'm gonna let Rusty head over here. He's gonna have a main conversation, but I'm excited to see this and bring you guys along for the ride.
Oh, we appreciate you guys coming, and you know, we're gonna show you guys a lot of different things that DOW does here. Things that a lot of distributors do, but some stuff that only we do. We're gonna take you guys behind the scenes of Red Atom, show you guys how we do some QC, some planning on it, give you guys an idea of how it all works. But I'll let you guys switch up and we'll get walking. All right, so we're gonna get started. We're in the lobby right now. We're gonna go into the main sales floor. This has got our sales floor, our support staff. So we'll kind of go through everything. As you guys see, everything looks a little bit fresh, a little bit modern. We did do a refresh fairly recently, about 7 years ago. So it's somewhat recent of a refresh, but we'll give you guys a tour. So obviously everything is access control, which a lot of you guys are familiar with that as a product and service.
That's cool. Yeah, first impression is it like has a very cool modern vibe. Like it looks very clean. I didn't really, you said nobody knows what to expect. I didn't know if it was just going to be a warehouse or what. But
yeah, we like to consider ourselves one of the better kept secrets in the CI industry, but you know, when I first came down to this office in about 2015, it was all, you know, 6-foot high cubicle walls everywhere and executive offices around. And when John Yo just took over for his father, Chip Yo, when he took over, a big initiative for his was he wanted to be on the sales floor. He didn't want to be in an office anymore, kind of an older style of thinking. So actually all the executives came out of the offices, they all go onto the floor. So everybody sits on the floor together. All the executive rooms that used to be around are actually now meeting spaces and boardrooms. And if you look at them, they're all kind of, they'll have a different quote and a different name from a different titan industry. So you got Henry Ford, and you've got one of his quotes. Over here we have Rockefeller, Sam Walton, so on and so forth. And then when you get to the back of the office, it actually turns into more personal titans. So the very back, the large training room is named after Phil Decker, who is John's grandfather and one of our initial founders. So as we kind of go through, you guys will see a lot of different stations set up. We have a lot of different sales organizations within the company. We do a lot more than CI. We do CI, we do UCAS, which is more service-based business. We do satellite, we do 12 volt. So we have different stations set up. This is kind of a remote station, so these are our employees that actually do not work in the office. They happen to be down in town today doing some meetings, but anybody in this area doesn't actually work in the office 24/7. They're just here remotely, so we do have stations kind of set up for them. You'll see Daniel there, and there's a couple other computers that way. This is actually where our marketing team actually works. So we actually, one of the bigger distributor differentiators for us is we actually have full-time graphic artists. We have 2 here in the building and 1 that works remotely, as well as a marketing manager, and we actually do all our graphic support for free for our dealers. So we don't charge our dealers anything. If they want to have a leave behind created, if they want to have an email ad created, if they want digital assets, we try to create all that stuff for free. We'll do a creative think process with them, and then we go through the creation with them, and we don't charge them anything for the digital work. They would do their own print, but outside of that, we'll help them create pretty much anything. So that's this department here, and you'll see different hobbies and passions. You might see a DOW camera on top of a helmet back there. That kind of goes with the race car, which is over here.
You get to ride that around the office? That's cool.
So they have ridden it around the office, probably not preferred, but this is actually for a vendor challenge they do on the car audio side. So it's an electric go-kart. It's got a little engine sound on it, but they actually take it around the parking lot, and they do time tracks around the parking lot to help develop different promotions on the 12-volt side. So this is a functioning race car. They do use it. It does fly around.
How often do you use it?
Got used last week. It's fairly new, but it gets used a lot. People really do enjoy it, so that's part of the process.
That's cool.
This is our primary sales pit. This is where you'll see our ownership, our managers, as well as our overall sales employees. And so when I say everybody sits on the sales pit, that is Chip and John Yogis, who I talked about earlier. They're right there next to the Senior Vice President, Dave Elkin. They're over there planning, coordinating. Right here is our car audio section. So we do have car audio. Anyone that has a monitor like this, one of these Samsung ultra-wide monitors, that's a denotation the employee's been here for 10 years or more.
Oh, nice.
So you will see a lot of those. Those are all employees that have been here at least 10 years. So I'll call out Floyd. Floyd is our longest tenure employee. Floyd, how many years have you been here?
Oh, God. How old are you?
Not that long. How There we go.
Like 43 years.
Oh, wow.
43 years.
So you've been here longer than the building's been here.
This building, yes.
Yes.
We started off in another building.
Yep. We were down the street. Actually, Floyd was part of the crew that helped move it all over here.
So you should have like a whole 360 monitor by now.
Yeah, I'm working on getting one of those back there.
So if you go by tenure, he could go a full circle around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
Nice to
over
meet you.
here, we're getting into kind of our custom integration side. So this is where our custom integration team sits, and our buyers actually sit with our sales reps. So Floyd's a buyer on the car audio side. Dan and Terry, who are out at the moment, they do the buying on the CI side. Eric Friedman, he actually runs our CI team. And then we have our senior account managers and our account managers. Now, they're not all in the building. We do have local and corporate-based sales managers, and that's important to us because we do like to be in the field. We do like to be in the territory. And this is our kind of victory bell. If you look up, we do have a sales bell here, but it's really kind of more of a win bell. So anytime somebody has a win, whether that be a customer service win, a sales win, anything, they'll kind of get up and ring the bell just to let everybody know we got a win as a company.
That's
So
cool.
It's just something that's been around for quite some time. And as we kind of go, Jay runs our marketing team. It's Jay Johnson. He oversees all of our marketing efforts. So the marketing employees that we talked about before, the dedicated graphics reps, the web reps, all those report into Jay.
Yeah.
And Jay does a good job running that. Keith, he actually does a smart box service for us. So we actually build custom smart boxes. And if you don't know what a smart box is, it's a blade-based video distribution server. So they replace a lot of head-end units in hotels, assisted living facilities. Keith actually designs those, builds those, burns them for 48 hours, and then ships them to a dealer. So when the dealer gets them, all they have to do is a local RF distribution on the channels, and everything else is done. It's a plug-and-play solution that he actually does. So he's always working on that stuff. Marcellus is one of our key account managers out of the Texas area. Allie back there, she works in the Texas market. So everybody here is just kind of chipping in, trying to make sure we got as many sources as we can for our customers. Back here, we'll kind of get into our accounting, our AP or AR side of the business. And we'll get into some of the stuff you guys came for, which is a little bit of the testing. So
You have it looks like probably a couple dozen people on the floor here.
Yep.
And then how many are we not seeing that? You said there's a lot of remote?
Yeah, all in our sales teams, we have about 12 on the CI side and about 10 on the 12-volt side as far as direct account managers that deal with accounts. So we are a very efficient company. On our side, that's working about 22 people that work about 5,000 dealers.
Wow.
So we work hard.
That is efficient.
Constantly on the phones. We are constantly calling dealers, constantly reaching the dealers. We do like to have a little fun. You'll see some fun here, but we are a lot hard-working group. And again, our AP team sits a team of 3 that handles about 5,000 dealers.
And you said some of the people don't sit here in the office?
Yes, sir.
About how many off-site do you have?
Probably about half the staff's off-site.
Okay.
So it's almost about a 50-50 split now.
Okay.
Some are at local branches. So we have 6 branches across the U.S. We have a Scottsdale branch. We have a Dallas branch, an Atlanta branch. This is the Tampa branch. There's a Fort Lauderdale branch and a Philadelphia branch.
And is all of the sales or is primarily the sales out of this office, or is it distributed across
It's all over.
Okay.
Yeah, so we really don't mind where the employee lives or works. We've got an employee who lives in South Carolina. We don't have a branch in South Carolina. He's just a good employee. Got one in Savannah. Don't have a branch or location in Savannah. We just got a good employee there. And for us, we believe that good people are better than good locations. So we try to invest in our people. Cool. So, and that's why you get people who stay here for 10 years and get the fancy monitors.
Yeah.
So, as you're kind of coming back here, you're kind of getting into our test environment. So we are in the middle of an ERP transition, so you'll see some different scan guns set up here. This is for the warehousing side of our business as they move into a more digital age, away from a print age. We're making a conversion over to the Honeywell scan gun, so you guys will see some stuff there. This is another one of our small little assets. If you don't know, we do have our own YouTube channel for What the Fuck is in the Box. It's FAQ. And we do an unboxing show here. They give away everything. So it is a 4-dealer show. It's made to show the integrators exactly what comes in the box for the products they buy, the accessories, the installation supplies, as well as the features. And then actually all of that product is given away. So anything that we show on the show, anybody that comments their dealer number and below, they actually get a chance to win the product. So these are some future products. We also do some gag gift stuff. Here are, well, if you've ever seen any of our Christmas elves, these are real people, and our used car salesmen and all the other things we do. These are actual outfits that we buy and keep here and have fun with. So a little bit of fun, but yeah, this is our studio. It's not as fancy as what you guys probably have, but
No, this is nice. It's better than what we have. Our studio is, yeah. So you got a few acoustic panels. It sounds a lot different as soon as you walk in.
As soon as you walk
in. Makes a big difference.
Yeah, you'll see the, I know, behind the scenes, right? You'll see the air vent is taped up there, which you guys probably know for noise distortion. We had one episode that's kind of infamous. It was, at the time, our most important episode, and all you can hear is the air conditioning. So we learned, hey, we are not professionals at this side of the business, but we're learning, and we actually will allow customers, if a customer wanted to come in here and shoot a promo ad and put it on Facebook, and they wanted a nice background, again, no charge, we let our customers come in and use this room too.
And you said you're changing the ERP systems. That's something I've had a little experience with. What are you switching to?
So we currently run on NAV 2017. We're switching into Navision Business Central, so BC.
That's a major undertaking.
Yeah, every one of us on the executive side is basically working, our normal shifts, and then we flip into test mode at night. So all night, what a lot of people don't see in the office is, we'll see a gentleman in a second who's made himself a little cave over here, but we all have basically a second job now until the ERP gets up and running to make sure that there aren't any hiccups, that our customers don't experience any of the bumps and bruises that come with that transition. And for those of you that don't know, for a distributor, an ERP system is everything. It's literally our backbone. It handles our inventory, our financing, our orders, our website. Everything runs through the ERP. So it's a major overhaul. We're excited and nervous all at the same time.
Yeah. When's your go live date?
September 2nd.
Oh, wow. That's not far away.
We're not far away. Hey, go lives can always move, but at this exact moment, we're looking September 2nd.
Is that your financial year starts over?
Yes, sir. It is actually lines up pretty closely with the financial year for us. So for us, it's kind of a good target to get into that range. So we're nervous. We're excited. We're ready for it to be over, but we don't want to rush it.
Yeah.
It's all the emotions all at once.
Yeah, I understand.
And back here, you'll start seeing the rooms get a little more personal. I mentioned earlier when we talk about the Titans of Industry, you'll see the DeFranco family here. This is Charlie Ergen and James DeFranco. They helped start Dish, right? So they were actually the founders of Dish. Dish was a major component of this company. We signed up with Dish right when they launched. And that was a great opportunity for us as a company. We took on a product that was dealer only. There was no direct sales channel when it came on, which meant that 100% of what it was funded by and fueled by the dealers within the distribution network. And so that was an amazing experience for us as a company. It allowed us to learn a lot, become very efficient in what we do, and really understand the importance of not just the sales aspect of a company, but the support aspect and the marketing aspect. So that's why we leaned so heavy into those. In that period of time, you had to do everything. So we did, and that's what actually helped us launch our own brand too and prepare us for the marketing side of our own brand. Steve Jobs, you might have heard of him. He's done a couple things. I can't remember him, but
Yeah, he seems familiar.
He likes fruit. So back here is kind of where we do a lot of our QC for Red Atom. So Red Atom's a little bit bigger than most people think. I think when people think of Red Atom, they're typical to where you guys are, racks and mounts, but the line's actually a lot deeper than that. We do speakers, we do what we call black boxes, but distribution equipment. We do wire, we do landscape lighting, we do racks, we do mounts, we do all kinds of things. So when something comes in, it comes back here. So a lot of times before this, engineering, designing, testing, and all that started to take place. This is kind of the final stages of things, and what you'll see is just various things in different stages. So back here, these are our new soundbar brackets. These are depth adjusting soundbar brackets, right? That's some of the things that our dealers are asking for is a soundbar bracket that actually can depth for just. or I'm sorry, set that backwards, can adjust for depth. There we go. So this will fit everything from, you know, a Sonos sound bar all the way to one of your custom sound bars, and you can move it forward and backward to how about there. These are for the new larger displays. As you guys know, TVs are not getting smaller.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Not really a thing. It's good for us in our industry. So one of the biggest issues is how do you fit the VESA patterns in a box that can ship efficiently? So that's a big issue, and what you'll see actually in these is we actually split them out into two. And then you have a secure plate here, and that allows us to efficiently get the product to a dealer while keeping the stability that they want from a larger size mount. So these will actually hold your 110s. So that's what's really nice about those as we get into larger and larger TVs. These are all UL certified, so if they say they'll hold 200 pounds, it really has to be tested at double that at full extension.
And I was looking on your website, and that mount in particular caught my attention because it goes from like 65 to 110.
Yes.
So it's like a huge range.
And we do that. So the reason the big range is, you know, our goal is not to offer more products to make you buy more SKUs. It's to help consolidate. So as time goes, I mean, when I first started, 55 was the sweet spot, right? 55-inch TVs were selling every day, all day. We have now reached into the sweet spot being 75s, and it's only a matter of time before that becomes 85s. So on and so forth. As that happens, logistics change for everybody. Shipping costs, storage cost, the amount of mounts you have to carry. So for us, if we can take that and shrink it for you and say, hey, listen, this one mount can handle from a 65 to a 110, you now don't have to carry 5 different types of mounts. So for us, that's a big advantage to Red Atom. And also for Red Atom, it's only a lifetime warranty if it's installed by a professional installer. So we really created this brand with a couple of ideas in mind. We want high quality products. We want them tested and designed specifically for the CI industry. And we want to make sure that the warranty supports the CI industry so that a dealer can say, yeah, you can find the pricing, but without me, this thing, it's not lifetime guaranteed unless I install it. And we support all our products that way. So every one of our products that's sold to a dealer is a no questions asked RA policy. Doesn't matter what happened. We don't even ask. If you have an issue, we'll take it back. And we design them that way. This is one of our newest ventures. Here is our landscape lighting. So as we saw opportunity come, landscape lighting was really important for us. And we win everything on the installation supply. So we started working with, I don't know if you guys have ever done any of the outdoor installations. When you use these connectors, which we do offer if somebody wants them, these are twist-on connectors, which a lot of dealers are super familiar with. These are the outdoor ones. Inside there's a gel pack. So when you put your conductors in there, it pops a little gel cycle. Well, if they ever get pulled out, and if you've ever been in the mulch doing it, they get covered in mulch. What I love about these is these are screw downs. So you can actually clamp, you can kind of see in there the gel pack. You can actually clamp up to 4 conduits in here. And when you clamp it, it doesn't matter who tugs on it. The wire doesn't come out. So you're not having to redo jobs. And these are 2 different connectors that click together, so you can do series of them. So we really like these. So when I say we play with stuff, you know, my wife would appreciate it if I stopped doing my own installations, but I'm still installing stuff. You know, these are bird tested. We had a bird pulling and tugging on mine, trying to rip them out of my mulch, and they lasted. So we actually run them through a ring transformer. They'll work with any landscape transformer, just so you know. So they're all 2 conduit. The nice part with this is if you're used to doing outdoor audio, one of the hardest part of outdoor audio is polarity. These don't have polarity. So there is no positive, negative. It doesn't matter. You can actually invert it. It doesn't matter, which is a great thing for installers. Gets very confusing when you're under a bush, which wire's which, and trying to find the little coding on them. So that's a really nice point on it. But we do run these, we actually recommend running them in a 200 watt ring transformer. It's a smart transformer. It can link in with a smart ring alarm. So if the alarm's going off, the outdoor lights can flash.
Oh, ring like ring security. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, just like the Ring doorbells. Yeah, they actually have a landscape transformer, so it actually functions right in just like a light into their market. And now you kind of got a smart landscape system. So I put these in my house, and I can tell you, I can send you photos later, the night and day difference between solar and powered landscape is just...
Yeah, I hate solar. They look good for about 2 weeks, and then they're all like mismatched. And
it's actually one of the things my wife thought it looked good all the way to the day we replaced it. Until she saw the difference, and it's a night and day difference because the property lights up. It's not just a bush, the whole property lights up, right? It becomes artwork. So this is such a huge opportunity for integrators today, especially when the market's starting to kind of just get a little bit more uncertain. This is a great way to secure a new income route, and that's what Red Atom was all about, right? How do we bring new opportunities to dealer? How do we introduce them to new opportunities?
So the tie-in, I think I got it a minute ago. You said the outdoor audio, similar installation process, and then the connection is the outdoor lighting.
And we were running outdoor audio for Red Atom today. So we have our Red 4LAN and Red 6LAN systems, which can be kind of custom built now, either 4-inch speakers or 6-inch speakers with a 10-inch or 12-inch sub.
Okay.
And so again, we focus on all sorts of just kind of installation-friendly items. So we have one of the only landscape subs that can actually be landed vertically or mounted vertically or in the traditional elbow. And while in Florida, yeah, you're probably not going very deep. There are some areas where they want to do a vertical mount. And so ours actually comes with an elbow that lets you go vertical or have the traditional elbow. And then the same thing here. And you'll see there's different iterations. You know, this was an early version that was submitted to us. We ended up going with this version. You'll see here it has a kind of a light house look to the top of it. We ended up going away from that and moving into a version that was a quicker install for dealers and a safer install, which pretty easy. It's 2-prong installation on the lights, and then you just screw your cap on and everything's built into your cap. So we go through testing and to see what it is. I mean, even down to the stakes, guys. We even take a look at landscape stakes, which I know sounds crazy. Here is a version. You'll see there's wire management underneath it. And then we had secondary versions that have a slit for wire management. So we kind of went through our testing process, gave it to our employees, had them take it home, had them install it. Hey, what did you find easier? Where did the wire twist? Where did it get stuck up? And we ended up not liking these, specifically because the wire gets twisted as you actually tighten the fixture. So everything we do here, we are all very passionate. We play with it. We have a good time with it. So this is kind of our little Red Atom, you know,
Showcase.
QC area. Yeah, we've got our new, you know, we're looking at doing mesh, you know, covers for the racks.
Does that screw up your airflow when you have mesh?
You know, that's part of the reason why we grab them and test them is because I don't know the answer. So we actually bring them in and we mess around with them and see like, hey, let's put it in real world scenarios because you'll start hearing things. And I'll give you an example. Here's a metal back box. And so one of the biggest issues we heard with a metal back box is, hey, listen, we don't want to go to a metal back box because I think it interferes with Wi-Fi. So we actually had this whole big thing where it interfered with Wi-Fi, and so we didn't want to bring them in. So we actually brought some in and started testing, and we actually don't see any interference with Wi-Fi. Now, does that mean there's never a scenario? I'm not sure. But I can tell you in the test that we've done, there was no issues. So that's something we're considering. Haven't signed off, but considering. And these go in a very similar boat. I think some dealers like the style.
I like the look of it. Yeah.
And I think that's what we're getting into where...
Oh, look, it's even got the hex and fits right
I
in.
was going to say the little hex patterns on them. I think it lines up a lot with the streaming community and where they go with the hex lights and all the stuff they do with the LED lights. So I think it lines up well. Wire samples, not a lot of exciting there. But yeah, we do different wire samples. We compare it to other vendors. We actually do full-on testing of all of our wire. So we get a micrometer out. We make sure it has the right, you know, wire thickness and strand thickness. And we test pretty much everything. So we are, again, we're in the industry, we're passionate about the industry, but really for us, the industry is anything to do with small business. We work with, again, car audio, home theater, satellite. All these guys are usually between 1 and 5 people.
And you do all that testing here on site?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Well, and then people's houses.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we
Well,
like
that's
to...
that's where we do all of our testing. It's home theater, not office theater.
That's kind of the thing, you know, like it's hard to get things to work in a Wi-Fi environment like this with all the security sometimes. So for us, it's better to get them into someone's home. So a lot of times if it comes to a digital product, even vendors that we're bringing in, we try to get it into our guys' hands. I want my guys to love this stuff as much as we do. So it's important.
Well, and that's why, you know, to me, the difference between what we do and, well, what a lot of people do is long-term experience, not just a review. And it's different, like when you know, the test drive in the showroom, you know, you get the 5-minute version versus living with it. And that's when you notice all the weird little quirks or the
100%.
like things that you would have never thought about. But when you have to live with it day in, day out, then you discover all the little things. So
well, and everything's so app controlled now. You can give me a promo on a product all you want, but until I've kind of searched for the buried treasure, right? When you dig through the settings, that's kind of when you learn a product. Really, what can it do, right? Maybe somebody told you it was motion sensitive, but then you get in there and you realize it's not like you thought, right? Maybe there's no ability to adjust motion range, or maybe the timer doesn't exist and you're stuck with motion. So for us, every one of these products that we hear from vendors and everything, I want to play with it. I want to touch it. I want to experience it because I want to understand what my dealers are going to go through. It's super important because I can promise you when they're stuck in an attic trying to figure something out, the phone call's coming to the guy that sold it to him, probably not the guy that made it.
Yeah.
So I want my people to be able to answer those questions.
Yeah, as somebody that's probably going to be in Michael's attic in a few days, I can appreciate how, especially in Florida in July, that's a miserable place to be.
It's not a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. One of the best things here at DOW is, we love problems because it's a chance to prove who we are. And for us, I pride everything I've done and everything this company does on when things go wrong. When things go right, everybody's great. Mm-hmm. It's really about who are you when things go wrong.
Exactly.
Right? So, as we finish up, you guys will see a pop-up shot. We do use this for fun and videos. Our most recent performance, we actually did a YouTube clip for ourselves. They were doing a promotion for Nest, and we had 3 contestants shoot with inversion goggles. So flipped it upside down and backwards.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So you have to look at the hoop and try to make as soon as you could upside down and backwards, and whoever won their promotion was the one we went with the dealer. So it ended up being $50 off a Nest thermostat for 2 weeks. So we ran that. That was kind of cool, little promo. But
yeah,
we have these things. They're usually for fun, but we try to engage some dealer activity and promotion when we can. I'm going to go from here into the Decker room. We talked about that a little earlier. This is John's grandfather, Chip's father, in law. And we'll kind of pop in. So training space in here is designed to do a couple of different things. A lot of distributors will have a small room for training, maybe a couple fold-out tables. We used to do a very similar thing. When we did our remodel, we really wanted to double down on what we really offered our customers, a comfortable place. Mm-hmm. If you've ever sat through a Lutron training, they're 8 hours. So to do a Lutron training, you're going to be there all day. You don't want to be in a fold-out chair for 8 hours. So we wanted to provide an environment that did a couple of different things. So you'll see the field source mics. These are so if we do a webinar, you can hear not only the presenter, but the crowd asking questions, which you may not think is a big deal, but if you have an interactive training and you're sitting down and somebody in the crowd asks a question, I know the presenters hate it. They've got to repeat the question so that the people online can hear it. So we tried to create an environment where that wouldn't be the case. And again, if you look at the floor, there's actually grommets actually placed throughout the whole floor. So when we spread these desks out, again, if you're in here for 5 or 6 or 7 hours, you're going to want to make sure your laptop stays alive, your cell phone stays alive. It's the heart of your business, right? So we got to make sure they stay alive. So we wanted to provide that to everybody. Obviously, we've got a projector set up and a screen, and there's a podium with a plug-in, but it's more than that, right? The thing that I really do like about the Yojas family, attention to detail, and they want everyone to feel like family. And so when you come in here, they want you to feel like you're coming into a kitchen, like you're part of a family. And you'll see everything's got a place. Napkins and plates go where the napkin and plate signs are. We've got a nice bar top up here. This is where they'll lay all the food out for dealers, or back there, depending on how many. We've got a Keurig machine in the back corner and a fridge. That's all because we want to create a comfortable home environment. And when I say everything's thought through, if you actually look at the floor texturing, it changes when you come in here. So you can see at the threshold, it goes from the wood over to this. That's because this is cleaned easily. And that's because we have a lot of food and drinks and a lot of installers in here. And sometimes it gets a little messy. So we've got a nice, easy, cleanable surface. So
how often do you use this space?
every month. I mean, at the absolute least, sometimes 3 and 4 times a month.
Okay.
And this is something, again, like a lot of our private offices, we do offer these out to our integrators. So if an integrator has a big meeting or has some people they want to bring, and maybe they don't have a showroom or they don't have an office, they can stop by at any time. We'll set them up with a private meeting room. If they wanted to have a training to present to maybe a group of builders, they're more than welcome to come in here. We'll make the space private for them, and we'll leave them alone. And there's no charges for any of that. That's just part of the partnership opportunities we offer to our dealers.
That's cool. I see you get quite the trophy case over here too. You
Yeah,
want to tell us about that?
You know, for all the things in here, I wish we had a nicer trophy case because it does have some pretty amazing trophies on it. These are all just different things, you know, and you know, if you've watched any of the CE Pro stuff, we've won a lot of CE Pro awards. There's not physical awards for those. On the car audio side, they do hand out a lot more of the actual physical trophies. So you'll see a lot of the car audio stuff. Here's like a Big Dog Partnership Award. That's for the Big Dog brand. We were the Partner of the Year for them in 2023. You've got a lot of different Sony awards. You've got, you know, I mean, just awards on awards, right? Kicker, Arc Audio, CompuStar, just different things that we believe that we did well, and the vendor agrees, right? So some really cool kind of awards that go on down there. Ring Central is one of our UCAS providers. So in 2016, we were the largest Ring Central reseller in the country. So that was a huge huge, feather in our cap. True audio, gold level on a couple different occasions. So just a comfortable room to bring people, really, honestly, so like minds can get together and create amazing things, I want to get guys in here. I want to get them training. I want to get them excited about the products that they get to install, because I think after a while, you do something long enough, and you just forget how amazing it is what we do. Until you have somebody come over your house who's never seen it before, and the lights turn on automatically in a room, or the shades draw back, or they see a projector screen, you just forget that what we do is not normal.
Yeah, I experienced that a lot in my past life, where somebody says, so, what do you do? And you tell them, it's just like, oh, that's really cool. I'm like, it's a job. Like, no, it's actually really cool. No, but you get desensitized to it over time.
We always say we sell, some of the most fun stuff in the world, and even though we feel like it's life or death, it's usually not. Let's be honest. Usually you don't die if the TV doesn't show up. So we get that comfort. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we treat everything very seriously here. So we're really a logistic company at heart. I know we're showing you guys a lot of fun stuff, but we're distribution. We're all about logistics. I'm about making sure the product that you want gets where you want it, when you want it, and in the condition you want it. And I'll show you guys a little bit of that stuff. So
yeah, I'm curious to see that part of it.
Continue the tour back to the fun side, but there's one more fun stop before we get there. It's always a good reveal. So in COVID, we used to have an on-prem IT team. During COVID, obviously, like most people, we went to off-prem. As we went to off-prem, having an IT team didn't have much purpose, so we had an extra room. We didn't know what to do with said room. Obviously, in COVID, all the gyms shut down. We are very big on health here. We push our employees to try to be as healthy as they can, and when you can't go to a gym, it's hard to get healthy. So John really worked with a local company named Sornex. And so that's a local Tampa-based company, and you'll see somebody working out now. We'll leave them alone, but you guys can see we built a full gym out in here, and it is a full gym. Cool. We got everything from treadmills to free weights to bench to everything. So
yeah, that's a nice rack.
Yeah, so full build out. So this is actually all built by the company Sornex, and you'll see they custom logo everything. They build everything out, and this is a local-based company. So they've gotten patented different equipment in here. They actually looked at the space, we sent them the measurements, and they created this specifically for DOW. So this is a specific creation for us. I mentioned earlier that we had a blade-based server process. Go ahead, Dre. Dre runs our warehouse here in Tampa. So we talked about testing, and back here it is locked up, but we do have a burn-in room. This is where we do our testing. It's a cold room. We run everything for 48 hours in there. But you can see some blade servers. Those are the smart boxes I talked about, that red box in the back corner.
You said it's a cold room?
It is. It actually runs cold in there, because that used to be our IT equipment room. So it runs pretty cold back there.
Sorry.
But it's a full breakdown. So it's a pretty neat little test room. There's a test bench in there as well. I don't have my keys. It's all all locked up. They keep me out of there, So
maybe for your 10-year, they'll give you the key.
You'd imagine. Vice President might get keys around here, but I guess not. Comfortable break room, all the stuff. We've got a nice little cappuccino coffee machine over there. This is a service I think is great, especially as somebody who's in a lot of meetings and a lot of different things. We actually partnered up with Avenue C, and so Avenue C actually comes in here twice a week and restocks this, and there's a full checkout machine.
Oh, sweet.
And yeah, we did that. Sometimes you bring your lunch, sometimes you get stuck in a meeting, sometimes you forget, and just having a bag of chips on a vending machine really doesn't let you experience kind of a healthy day, right? So we do have things in here. Obviously, the healthy food goes first, but there's salads that come every 2 days. It gets refreshed with salads, different sandwiches, all kinds of things. So that gets pumped in. Now we get to the fun part, the warehousing side of the world.
And you even have a sonic ice machine, it looks like.
We do. We got a good ice machine. And just because we have a gym, and a lot of people want to know, like, I don't understand, how do you have a gym?
Yeah.
We do have a full shower, so it'll get echoey in here, but we do have a full shower.
I'm not going to demo it for you.
There you go.
I don't need to demo it. You get how it works, but yep, there's a shower here, and actually back there, there's a couple lockers.
People work up like before or after the shift, or middle of the day? How does that work?
So actually, we open up, because of the way the building can arm, we can actually open up the gym to employees. There's a card access and a gate access on the back, so our employees can actually come. And they can come 3 hours before or after business, and then the executive team can come kind of anytime they need to. But the reason we do that is, to your point, some people, man, I would love to get in just a couple hours before. So they're more than welcome to come before. They can come and stay a couple hours after. They can do it during lunch, and we get all that. So you'll see Dre was in there working out. Dre runs our warehouse. He's in there on lunch break. He's in there, he's kind of letting off some steam, getting himself feeling better. If he breaks up a good sweat and he wants to, he can come take a shower. Before you guys came, I warned her. Josie was in there working out. She was working up a sweat. I was like, you may want to get through the shower before these guys get here. You don't want to get caught in there. So yeah, we do that, and that's just really designed to, again, just create an environment where you just feel comfortable being yourself. Mm-hmm. We've got a little bit of demo equipment here. There's a Samsung short throw. There's some invisible true audio wraiths that are in the walls. You can see the slit for the invisible sub down here. These are actually our Red Atom speakers that are in some boxes here in a Red Atom subwoofer. And all this stuff is rotating through demo. So as we get different amplifiers, different receivers, different equipment, we want to test it, but we don't want to look like a sloppy test bench. Mm-hmm. So we actually did this. I'm going to call out my son. My son painted these. Mm-hmm. Say we're family. My 6-year-old son, this is his paint job, so don't make fun of it, all right? He worked really hard on that. He did a great job. I was very proud of him. But yeah, we, again, family through and through. So
the problem with matte black paint, you can't look at it without it looking scuffed up.
You can't not, there was some mistakes in the choices. That was his father's point. So, I take all the blame on the choice of paint materials.
Matte black is a tough one.
It felt like a good idea at the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Don't reflect the light.
All right, we'll go back into the warehouse where all the magic happens. So we did, in COVID, change some things up. We used to have a showroom. We actually flipped that to a quick pick option. Again, during COVID, a lot of things were different, but one of the things we did realize is that integrators' time is money. A lot of times, number one complaint they have when they go into distribution to pick up is how long it takes to get out. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of distributors see that as an advantage, an opportunity to sell something different. We have a little shopping area, but the reality is this: we know when integrators come in here, they already know what they want. They want to get their product. They want to get back to their job site. Mm-hmm. So our goal is to get them in and out as fast as we can. So you'll see these orders are already pre-picked, ready to go. What's really interesting about the way we do things is actually as your order is being picked, you get a text message that tells you, hey, my order is being picked, it's being pulled. And when it's ready, you'll get a text message saying, hey, your order is actually ready to pick up.
Nice.
So it actually runs through a process to get everything up and running. Some fans will get a little louder out here, so I apologize. That's actually the rain outside. Welcome to Florida, right?
Yeah.
So, here it
Time
goes.
for our 3 o'clock shower.
Well, speaking of rain, I might as well go over this. As you guys will see, the beams actually space out and they start doubling up over near the walls. Back when Katrina came through, there was 3 hurricanes that hurricane season that came through Tampa. And obviously, Katrina, which ran into New Orleans, actually ran through this area as well. So there's 3 storms that came through that season. When it happened, we had some leaks and had the building looked at, and they kind of discovered, hey, you actually need to resecure this building. So all that doubled up steel over there and a lot of these posts down the middle, as well as a bunch of concrete dumped into these walls, was actually done. So this building is actually a hardened building for, I think, a category 3 with a full generator that can run the building for 2 weeks if we lose power. Nice. So there's a diesel generator on the side as well. So
did y'all get hit hard when the last
October? Last storm that came through in October, we got smacked pretty hard by that one. It came through right through us.
Yeah, because I think Tampa was right, and now it didn't end up being as apocalyptic as they thought, but
it was bad. But yeah, I think we came out pretty easy in the mix. A couple of roof leaks here and there, but the building stayed strong and the employees stayed safe, and that's all you can ask for.
I moved to Florida and got hit by 2 hurricanes within like a week and a half. And the second one was the one that people were actually concerned about.
I moved to Tampa and they told me there's no hurricanes here for 20 years. I was really excited. I've had them every year.
So how long have you been at DOW?
I've been at DOW 16 years.
Okay, so you've already got your big monitor. For some reason, I thought you had said it was something.
Oh, no. I got my big boy monitor and everything. I'm all welcomed in. So you guys will see. So this is actually some of our packing and staging process. Up there, everything going up there is going on our DOW truck. Our DOW truck runs out to our dealers. That's a DOW-owned truck. So all those TVs up there, that's actually for tomorrow's run on the truck. Everything back here is going your traditional less than load LTL carrier. We take pride in how we wrap and label our products. Mm-hmm. So as you guys kind of look through this, you guys will see not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 different warning labels for the carriers to make sure that they handle your product with care. If it doesn't show up wrapped and labeled, then I can tell you with certainty that the LTL carrier has done something to that shipment, and our dealers look for that. So that is something that we do on every single one of our orders. You'll see these stickers on every one of them. One of the major advantages, if you're in one of our areas with our DOW truck, is the fact that these are delivered by a DOW driver personally for you. So all these TVs stacked up and these racks stacked up here. We have a 24-foot box truck that goes every day up and down the east coast of Florida. We got another one that goes up and down the west coast of Florida. So these are all stacked and labeled. So this is a traditional LTL carrier. Sometimes they show up like this. This is one of the ones that our guys is rejecting and sending back.
Yeah,
because
that's not good.
I can't sell that and you shouldn't buy that. So you guys will see the way we ship things is a little bit different. So all of these actually will go out and out on the onto our dealers' places. And when we do our DOW Dash truck, similar to our pickup, you actually get a text message from our DOW Dash driver when you're the next order that'll tell you, hey, should be there in about an hour. So you get a text message with a link so you can actually follow them. So
How many trucks do you run?
So we've got about 4 trucks now within our territory.
Okay.
We are continuing to expand those into every market. There's one out of here right now, one out of Miami, one out of Atlanta, one out of Philly.
Okay. And what radius do you service?
So this truck here will actually go all the way the entire west coast of Florida and back every day.
Okay.
So it goes down, doesn't go north. This one's just going to go south, so it doesn't go up really to the Villages area or anything like that today. We're looking at adding a second to go north, and then our East Coast truck goes from Miami, goes all the way up to Orlando and down every day. So they do about a 3-hour back and forth each day. Atlanta works like a pinwheel. You know, they're all just different strategies.
Okay.
So each truck a little bit different, and to varying levels of success as we continue to try. So long ago, we had 16 branches in the Southeast, and we actually had all of our own trucks. We didn't ship anything on our trucks. At the time, Amazon was taking off, and the dealer feedback was, I got to have shipments every day of the week. So we switched to an LTL model. Well, now LTL has gotten to a place where I think there's some concerns on the quality and the consistency, so it's shifting back to our trucks. So we listen to our dealers and we go off our dealer feedback and what they do. But trucks is nothing new to us. We did it for 30 years.
So with that, do you have any preferred, do you like work with only certain freight vendors, or do you have some, well, you probably shouldn't say the blacklist ones, but
we don't blacklist any different freight providers. We use a consolidation company that helps us out, but we do have about 2 or 3 that we primarily stick to. Just have the most consistent success with them, and we've got good contacts. So if something does go wrong with the LTL providers that we use, I know for sure I can get it fixed. And I think I might have said that earlier, but I stand by it. I do think one of the differentiators in this company is how we respond when things go wrong. I do think we've got a great track record with that, and I think a lot of our dealers would confirm that.
Yeah.
Sure, there's a couple that would have issues, but at the end of the day, we try to do everything fair.
Well, we have a very short blacklist that has 1 on it. We had a major issue, and it was what you talked about. We couldn't get it resolved.
That's usually the issue. Has more to do with resolution than issue.
Yep.
We talk about that all the time. The issue is only 25% of what's really going on. The resolution's the other 75. You really want to work towards resolution. So, stocking wise, you guys can see we got a lot of TVs for days. Large format, as I talked about earlier. It's not just a constraint for the dealer, it's us too, right? As these TVs get bigger, their boxes are more prone to damage. And you'll see every single box here. We really inspect them all, we look at them all. If one gets pulled off and we think something's wrong, we won't ship it to you. We just refuse to try to ship anything we think might be damaged. So
what do you do with the ones that get rejected? Do they go back to the manufacturer?
So it just depends, right? So if we can reject it before it's actually received, it'll go right back to the manufacturer. Once it's received, it's an issue between us and the freight carrier. Once you receive a product on an LTL shipment, you sign for it, you're actually signing that you receive it in a condition which you're accepting. So it does happen from time to time, something like this where you got smart signage and you got a little rip here. While that may not seem like a big deal to us, the manufacturer may see that as box damage. So for those, we'll actually open those, inspect those, test those. We want to make sure they work. And when we do that, we'll mark it as a /O in our system for an open box, and we'll discount it. And so the dealers get a discount on it, and they know it's been checked. It's really important to us. You can lose a business, and when I say that, I don't mean me as a customer. Some of these TVs are $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. If a dealer gets that and it's damaged, some businesses, that might be it. And so we take every TV with that level of concern, right? So for us, it's not just inspection on the way in, it's inspection on the way out. And if they don't look right, they're not going to go out.
Yeah. I know our freight insurance providers, like they say, man, when you get into TVs, that's a whole new deal. Like shipping big TVs, like anything over 43 inches is considered big. I'm like, that's big?
Yep. They 55s and stuff like that. If you try to ship those, any kind of parcel, damages are very high. So we try not to do any of that. But we do stock pretty much everything for our dealers. We try very hard. So this is the LG and the Samsung and the Sony. You guys will you'll see we're very laden with all that because
Yeah.
those brands help our dealers. That's one of the biggest logistic issues for our dealers is they don't have places to stock them. They don't have any place to hold them. We've got to have them. So it's really important to us to have everything laid out. And we use 3 different partners. I know there's a lot of places to get TVs these days, but I truly believe that each one of these partners has different claims in the industry. Sony has always been known as really the highest quality level that there is. They continue to win the shootouts in our industry. Samsung is probably one of your most creative, right, with the frame and the terrace, and they're trying to find catered solutions. And then LG's come along very, very, very well for us, especially on the OLED market.
Yeah.
They seem to have a great familiarity there, and they've got great service. So we don't pick a pony, so to say. For us, those are the 3 primary providers. I know there's some other brands out there that are these value brands, but if you're in the integration business, if you want a quality TV, if you want to make money, it's those 3 TVs because they're going to be reliable.
Yeah.
I just don't know enough about these other brands to say that. And I'm not saying they're good or bad, I just don't know enough.
Yeah.
I know these brands very, very well. Back here is our land of racks as we talk about Red Atom and our Red Atom side of the world and what we do. And I guess you were talking a little earlier, this is actually a brand new LG G5. This is one of their premium seat sets. Talk about quality from a vendor. You can see the way that they're packaging it to make sure that set does not get damaged. So they put it in their own. This is a 97 G5. This is a brand new TV.
This is what Matt has on his Christmas list.
Very exclusive. These things are kind
That's
of
about 25 grand right there.
Yeah, they're sitting there. They're pretty penny. So that guy's in there, and they come crated. So protecting their goods, again, that's important to me, right? In this relationship, when I'm really responsible for logistics, to have a partner that cares as much as I do matters.
Yeah.
And they're all doing different things. I know Sony's working on reinforcing their boxes. They've got probably one of the lowest box damage rates. Samsung's addressing some of the concerns on their side. They're listening. They're concerned too. It doesn't help anyone when these TVs show up busted. So, Red Atom racks. So we do have racks. We've got 42s, we've got 35s, we've got 27, we got 18, we got swing arm, we got all kinds of racks back here. All of these are protected in-house back there. You'll see all the different racks. That's mounts. That's all our overstock on our Red Atom mounts up there.
Wow.
We got our pick and pull stations. For those of you that know car audio, these are your lovely speaker boxes on the car audio side, your SPL speaker boxes. We do stock those as well. Small parts and pieces kind of comes back to the shelving on this side of the warehouse. And our staff works hard every day, guys. They're organized, they're clean, they're efficient. And you'll see this is part of our new ERP. As you guys see these, we talked about scan guns. So these are all going to be scannable locations and bins that our system will pick up on. So these orange ones are part of that conversion process as we're going through. So yes, it does not only take a lot of work on the executive side, but the warehouse side's got a lot of work to do to get their side in order as well.
So if there's something that is not listed on your website, I don't know if this is video worthy or not, but can you still, if I just reach out, can you still get stuff that may not be listed?
Yeah, so a good example, Lutron shades. There's no shades listed on our website. We sell Lutron shades. They're all custom done per job. There's also items that we don't list just because purely the vendors have so many, it's hard to get them all up.
Yeah.
So any of the brands that we offer, we always ask customers to let us know, and we'll look. If it's manufactured, if it's something out there, we'll look to special order it, absolutely.
Okay.
And we do that all the time. Every day it's part of our process. We have a full different RFQ process. It's a request for quote.
Yep.
And if there's anything you wanted or thought of or you've seen on TV, or even a brand you're interested in that we don't do business with, we don't have an issue reaching out to see if there's a business model for us. We've done it before and we'll probably do it again.
Do you have any like grocery carts that I can push around and just fill up?
Depends what your credit card limit is, you know? We'll see how full you can make it.
There's all kinds of cool stuff here.
There's all kinds of bits and pieces, whether it be on the car side or the home side, the installation supply. I mean, we still have glow rods for guys that are doing fishing and stuff like that. And you know, every accessory you can imagine, we try to keep them in stock if we can. You know, some sell faster than others, but you know, these are different car supplies. Over here you got some more Red Atom over here.
Y'all, you carry labor-saving devices, right?
LSD, yep.
Do y'all carry that, like stock it?
Yes, sir. Yep.
I was telling Michael about it the other day. It's like, I think they're one of the coolest companies for installation stuff. Like they come up with just really clever little devices to help it make it installation easier.
I'll give you if you're on the electrical side, if you're doing any wire runs or electrical, the brand that nobody ever knows about, nobody buys from us because we do fulfillment for them nationally, but It's all for dollar dealers that just don't know what it is. A brand called Racketeer. They are 100% designed around installation supplies in our world. Electrical type, low voltage electrical supplies. Everything from what they call their Racketeer piece, which is a wire dispenser that's two different things that can fold into a shelf, a chair, a wire dispenser. They've got a lot of clever names. I won't go through them. They're nut blasters and things like that that allow you to do a drill bit that'll actually tighten nuts. All kinds of different things. If you look up Racketeer and you need a product, we have them. They are the best products you can get for the electrical side of our world. And when I say lots of little ins and outs, it's everything you can think of. Paint markers for wire. They've got these little clips that allow wire to run over an edge without getting snagged. They got all kinds of things, and a lot of it is retro or pre. So it's a really cool line. If you're looking for cool, neat installation lines, check out Racketeer. It's a great product, and we do their fulfillment for them. So we do a lot of different product fulfillment. When they sell to like a national big box, we actually do the logistics side for them. So it's one of those lines I really wish dealers would look at, because I know they're buying it, and I'm like, you're buying it over there. You could be buying it at wholesale from us. Check us out.
See some URC.
URC and Telenet, all kinds of things, guys. And this is the receiving area. We've got a return area. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. I don't know if you want to see a return area. It's not our favorite area. So
yeah, I imagine.
But generally, this is who we are, guys. We're distribution. This is us. I mean, small, family-owned business. 6 locations. We have less than 100 employees. And we service nationwide. We service 27 states with less than 100 employees, over 5,000 dealers.
That's really impressive. And you have, what I'm guessing, 40,000 square feet here?
Here's right at about 60 in this building. Our Duluth building is right around 50. Then we've got our Fort Lauderdale's 5. Our Philly is, oh, my ops guy's going to kill me, 7. And I think our Arizona's 7, and our Dallas is 55. Don't quote me, give or take.
Okay.
I know my ops guy's going to look at that and go, nope, 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 nope.
Well, you failed.
You know what I mean? It's give or take, right?
Yeah.
This is actually our second largest warehouse. There's so much office space. Even though our Duluth building is a little bit smaller, it has more warehouse space.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to entertain us and show us around. I didn't know what all you did, but like, man, you have a lot of different brands and a lot of products. And it's crazy that you're like in our backyard. I think that we stumbled across. Well, you said what was it, like the best kept secret? Sounds like you have a few of those best kept secrets. And then we were talking the other day, and you're like, we're like right next door. I'm like, really? Let's go visit. I love touring other people's facilities, even if it's like just seeing how their processes work and how they do things. So very cool.
We love having you guys, and I appreciate you stopping by and taking the time to film and learn a little bit about us. And we consider ourselves the best kept secret in the CI industry. And we're going to keep pressing on the way we do business and trying to build relationships. And that's what we do. That's how we go about it.
Very cool.
All right, guys, we're about to wrap up the video, but I wanted to have a little conversation with John Yogis. You're the CEO here.
Yes, sir.
John, this is a cool place. I'll be honest.
Man.
We came in thinking this was going to be just a warehouse. We had no idea. We didn't have
that too, but
but we didn't have any expectations. Yeah. But one of the things that I saw throughout this whole tour was a family atmosphere, and you guys seem like y'all like to have fun. So that's something different in the business space. So maybe tell us, where does that come about? And like, what's the heartbeat behind it?
I mean, I think a lot of it, and I'm sure you guys talked a little bit about it, but being a family business, my dad and my background are sports, and we learned a lot. You work hard, you play hard, and you got to balance the two. Nobody wants to be at a company where all you do is just grind. I mean, we do that. We hold each other accountable at a high standard, but you got to have fun too. If you're not having fun, then what's the point?
Well, I love having fun. I mean, I'm like a big kid. You guys know when you watch my videos, are like, it just looks like you're just playing with cool stuff, and that's exactly what you get to do here.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be doing all kinds of distribution for a lot of products, but you get to distribute the stuff that we love.
Yeah. We can't take it too seriously. We do, we deal with electronics, technology. We get the latest, greatest. I mean, it's fun stuff. I mean, we could be selling stuff that people find boring, but we're selling the stuff that people want to put in their homes, the entertainment, the thing that brings the wow. Yeah. So we got to bring the wow, the entertainment, have fun. Done all kinds of things. I'm sure Drew talked to maybe about some of them, but we like to stir it up. We've had dunk tanks,
Yeah.
we've done putting competitions, we've done Nerf battles, drone wars, anything to make it fun and enjoyable where people want to come and have a good time and sell some cool product.
Yeah. And the fact that y'all make some of your own products, I think that's pretty unique in the space too.
absolutely.
We were looking at some Red Atom, and that was one of the main reasons we wanted to come. We wanted to meet the people, wanted to see your facility, but we also wanted to see some of your products.
Yeah.
And so we're going to get some of those in hand, because some of the things we're looking for is, you guys always ask me, Michael, what should I buy? I'm looking at this, or I'm looking at that. And so we want to answer those questions with Obsessed Home Theater.
Yeah, and I mean, we created that line. I'm sure Drew talked a little bit about it, but part of their business is it's okay for our customers to make margin, right? Part of us being family-owned businesses, we want you to be successful and healthy. Yeah. Our customers are important to us, and having them be healthy and successful. And if we can make a brand that has that kind of margin, that allows you to provide quality goods in a consumer's home, but make quality margin, that's the name of the game.
Yeah. Well, that's a win-win for everybody. It's a win for you, win for us as dealers, but then a win for the consumer as well. Yeah. So we're super pumped about that. Cool. We're actually going to take one of the racks home.
Awesome.
No, we were going to, but you guys are delivering it to us.
Yeah, I think we're delivering it to you.
So that's pretty cool too. So man, just that, it just seems like everything you do is all about the customer.
Yeah, absolutely.
About us as dealers.
At the end of the day, we're not here if you're not here. And so, that's how we built our family business, is, the support of other businesses, and it's our job to support you. And as much as if we support you, you support us. And so it's a symbiotic relationship, and we love doing it.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. This has been awesome.
Absolutely.
So we're excited about the partnership here, and what we're going to be able to provide for not only just you guys, even if you're not here in Florida, but we're eventually going to have a local install team.
Cool.
We'll have a dedicated design center where people that are looking to do home theater, maybe whole house audio. There's a lot of things that we're looking at in the future that we'll be able to provide, especially in the Villages area in Florida, like Central Florida. So we're pumped about that, and it'd be great to have just a family-owned business that cares about us, and you want to make sure that we're taking care of.
And I appreciate you guys coming by. I mean, if I know not all our customers are in this market, but if anybody's in town in Tampa, our home's your home. You're welcome to come anytime.
Super cool. John, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks, man.
Guys,
appreciate
hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great week. God bless.
You.
Catch you in the next one.